Thinking of buying a flat with a short lease, watch this video. If you're looking to buy, build a property portfolio, buy, refurbish, refinance, etc., you probably see a lot of auction houses that have got flats there and they've got short leases on it. So it might be a lease with, say, 50 years left on the lease. Now, these properties are not mortgageable. So a mortgage lender won't lend on these with that short lease available. Now, even a lot of bridging loan lenders, which obviously I do all the time, a lot of bridging loan lenders, they have minimum short lease terms of, say, 50 years, for example. So you want to be very careful with these properties where there is a short lease. I've done one recently where the short lease was 34 years left on the lease. So the key here with these properties, and there'll be a really good price at the auction, is say, if you're going to raise money to buy these properties, the key is obviously how are you then going to add value, and more importantly, extend this lease and what the associated costs are going to be. Now, I would certainly say get legal advice on this before you commit to buying a property. But say sometimes with the auction purchases, there's not time to negotiate a lease extension. In an ideal world, you buy these properties, but on completion of buying it, you create a longer lease. So therefore, you could actually buy it with a mortgage. On completion, you're going to push the lease out to 100 years. Then a mortgage lender would do that. But a lot of times, I've seen it recently where there's not the time to buy the property because it's been sold under auction conditions. There's not the time to buy the property and extend the lease. Therefore, you're going to buy it and then you're going to deal with the lease extension after completion. So, get legal advice and have a plan B. Extending the lease might be a lot more complex than what you realise, could take a lot longer time. So if you've got a bridging loan term, for example, of 9 months, is that going to be really long enough? Should you take a bridging loan over, say, 12, maybe 15 months, for example? But what is your plan B? If all of a sudden it just drags on and on and on for many reasons, what are your plan Bs? If you can't refinance, if you can't extend the lease, what will you therefore do? Now, it may well be you've got other properties you own, you can refinance them, release money to pay off this bridging loan. Okay, so just have a plan B, but you can buy properties with short leases using bridging loans, but say obviously there are associated risks attached.